Welcome back for yet again some more Europa Universalis 4 with the Art of War DLC and of course the Veritas at Fortitudo 2.0.3 mod. So, I am basically destined to finish this Let's Play or this little series today if nothing really comes in my way. I've got like 1.5 hours before I want to go to bed, and before that I want Japan to be united, or at least I want it won't end the series, but I at least want to see that this here is greenish or somewhat yeah, light bluish, so not like this blue, not like this gray, but this yeah, I don't really know how I would say it in English, but in Dutch we would say turquoise, I think, you know, purplish blue. I don't know. Anyway, last time we basically went AoW and just invaded the little nation that was here. So the Yamaguchi or Yamanuchi, or however they were named, they are no longer autonomous. They are now part of Amato, and yeah, we are basically rolling on at this point. You know, we've got momentum, nothing really will stop us now. We've already had a little war with Mongolia, but because they duped out, they lost the war. They landed their troops in these two provinces, were not able to convince Sagara that their rule is better than my rule, and they just got stuck over here. We defeated the navy and then just got this little province, Jeju, and we are very happy with it. Okay, and we already have an event. So production research is flawed. Okay, so the new techniques in our production are rumored to be flawed, and several leading nobles argue that we should discard them and go back to the old and tried methods instead. Okay, they must be right. I mean, we will lose 50 administrative points, or we can ignore them and lose some prestige, which is I don't know, just throw away the administrative points, I think. Okay, so what we want to do in this episode is basically try to warm up for a little war. Yes, so we are getting 402 recruits a month. It will take, I don't know, like 10 years or so, 9 years to have a completely replenished manpower pool, and in that in that time that we are replenishing also the manpower, we will try to stabilize the country even further, because we are already doing well. We have a stability of 1, the income of basically a fuck ton, so it's like 10.90 per turn. Inflation is going down like hell, and we might even want to consider removing the fight inflation policy rather sooner than later. And yeah, I mean, why not? Let's see what else is there to do. We needed to build a, let's see, we want to build a city wall in, I believe, in our capital. Let's see, is that, okay, improved defense in Utsumo. Okay, and there we are. So within 1 year we will do so, and we also want to start converting Suo from Catholic to whatever the fuck my people are believing, and that would be, let's see, we are enemies, really. Okay, okay, I can't really see it, perhaps I'm looking in the wrong direction. So religion, so Shinto. Okay, convert those Catholic motherfuckers to Shinto, and make sure that they stay Shinto. And let's see, we also want to just move our army to Suo, so whatever happens, the army is present to suppress it the fuck down. Excellent. So, yeah, is there anything else that we want to do right now? We still have an alliance with Mogami, basically bringing peace to the whole country, oddly enough. And as soon as we have decent enough manpower, we can start annexing Sagara just in one little wipe, and then hopefully we will not really have a big problem convincing Mogami to yeah, to back down or just to die a very slow death. However, okay, nice, we have got one. If this turns out to be a catastrophe, then we are basically boned, because then they get momentum and start snowballing the other way around, and that is not really what we want. Anyway, yeah, I think we should just continue influencing the imperial court that we want to be the emperor, and yeah, hopefully becoming emperor is something very interesting and cool. If not, then well, bollocks to that. Because I am willing to sacrifice. Okay, that is a little bit weird. I am willing to sacrifice at least, let's see, this leader. Let's see, he is 55. And in that time, perhaps we could influence Sagara in a way that they want to become my vassal. They will not. So perhaps we should just snipe Sagara right now and deal with it, because I do believe the emperor right now, so that would be you. Yeah, the guy is 72 and is most likely gonna die rather sooner than later still. Okay, and then we have the Kirishitan tensions. Okay, so the local Kirishitan community in Suo, so that's basically this here province where we already set the army, which recently converted to the new European religion, and its story of the crucified god has found itself in conflict with local daimyo. The local tension threatened to erupt in open revolt. Okay, in open revolt of 12 religious regiments and by. So that's basically the Catholic zealots that are gonna kill themselves, I hope. Excellent, off you go. Blast. Okay, and perhaps we want to see if we can actually increase the army size even to its full potential. So we want to have, so we can have 3 additional units. Oh, okay. Let's see, we want to have 3 additional units. We already have 16, 35% can be cavalry. So that's like, yeah, 2 more infantry and 1 more cavalry. That is my quick calculations. Of course, I can be wrong. Anyway, regional nobles challenge Amato. So local nobles are not satisfied with their granted privileges. They demand more rights and are willing to back this up with rebellions against the lord. So crush them, which will spawn 7 noble regiments. Okay, in Jeju. That's a little bit annoying because it is basically the weakest point. Okay, give them more local authority or reform society. Okay, how about we just just crush the motherfuckers, because we should have a good enough leader for now. And let's see, we can bother the navy a little bit to drop off 10 units to kill the bastards. Okay, and it appears that our state marriage has ended with Mogami, and hopefully they are willing to replenish it by themselves, and they are. Excellent, thank you, Mogami. And we have anti-government rebels again. They want decentralization. Huh. Interesting. I will not grant you decentralization, just because I, don't like to. Okay, let's just send the army. Okay, they actually have a 2-star leader. This might become a little bit more tough than initially thought. Actually not. Never mind. Okay, stay back. Okay, and you are now free to come back home again. One little problem though, yeah, manpower is affected by this little act of revolt. Anyway, nothing we can't really ignore, or nothing that we can't really help, you know. These are things that we need to do. So yeah, what would be a decent time to invade? I don't really have a decent time, and we can actually have a free military leader as well. Let's see where. So let's have another roll of the dice, and okay, it's not, I suppose, better. Let's see, 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 2, 7, 8. Okay, so it's more like a rounded. Yeah, it's more like a rounded general. Okay, that's I suppose a bit better because it is a 2-star one. Okay, good enough for me. Okay. Yeah, if in case war were to erupt, I think we could very much have a very good advantage because we do have basically a whole nation to back us up. So we could actually split the forces. We would have a 12 stack and a 11 stack, and we could crush this army here, siege it all, and then the 12 stack can go north, crush this army before it can regroup. Okay, and now we have a 23 regiment uprising in Hiten. Okay, that is quite annoying, but it is what it is, you know. Ever since we let those bloody Portuguese on our island, this shit just continued to happen. Okay, there we go. We just have to suppress the revolt as quickly as we can. Okay, and ooh, land force limit modifier. Are we already interested in that? Not yet. We want this below -20. That's or above -20 in that case. But yeah, that's basically what we want before we do anything else. What we might want to consider as well is increasing the navy even further. Perhaps we should do so by creating the dockyards, because that does give us naval force limit, which is nice. And furthermore, local repair is not really the bee's knees. Okay, and Mongolia just declared war on us. That is quite unfortunate. Let's see, what are we dealing with? Still not really the biggest navy in the world, and Mukami for some reason, well, not per se for some reason, but for a good reason, joined us. Okay, let's get our navy together, because they will most likely strike again at some point. Okay, so unite. There we are. Let's see, how many are we fighting? 39,000 against 16,000 cavalrymen. That is quite a lot. Okay, and are we confident enough to just sail with our... I think we are confident enough to just sail with our navy. And perhaps this is the perfect time to build at least a couple of more ships. Meanwhile, we are at it. Let's see, the one with the biggest firepower is still the transport ships. So let's build 4 transport ships in these regions. Okay, we can only build 3. Oh well, it is what it is. Wait, does it nowadays actually cost manpower? No, right? Oh, it actually costs manpower. Okay, let's not build that, because we need manpower for other stuff, more important stuff. Okay, this is hopefully gonna be a good one. I want to... Okay, it's only a 5 stack. Is it his complete navy? That's the first question. Not completely. We missed like 1 ship. However, I feel the need to get an admiral going as well. So let's boot this guy. You are to go here as soon as you can. Get me a... Anything will do. Get admiral and engage. And just completely destroy the living shit out of their navy. And killing their army in the process. Excellent. Excellent. Good job. Okay, so this war was already won, because, yeah, for some reason the AI never really replenishes their navy, and yeah. So, yeah, so they still have like 2 ships, and hopefully Mongolia will not really do much in the process. And also hopefully we don't get any war exhaustion in the process. It doesn't really seem to be so. Well, national unrest perhaps, points to gain stability. It increases a little bit. Okay, improvements in naval technology and spare no expenses, which will give us gain 0.50 inflation. we are already dealing with inflation, so we might as well just do it. Okay, there we go. Excellent. And we can actually increase you. Excellent. So production efficiency increased by 1. May support rebels. Okay, it's a very fun one to have as well. And we can now have 0.10% more morale of navies. And while we are at it, he actually is building up a navy. You might as well start blockading some of his ports. Okay, so let's just keep a good eye on it. Good. Province converts to Catholicism. It is what you want to do with your life, I suppose. Okay, so we're just blockading as much as we can, just for the little scores. Quite unfortunately that we are not able to really land our units. I mean, we have a 23 stack, but that will never really kill his units. Perhaps in a defensive battle we might. Perhaps if we were to choose the terrain correctly, you know, like right here, crossing rivers and such, that really gives you a boost in, well, it gives you an advantage in the field. So, yeah, that war just happened, I suppose. And something else that is perhaps an interesting thought. Yeah, sure, let's invest the money and go to the shrine. An interesting thought. Once we actually have Japan, I think we are strong enough to just fuck over Mongolia, because he only has 39. Well, like, he has a 51 stack, and we already master a 23 stack, and we are like half and not really biggest one to boot yet. Okay, for some reason our influence just shed. Okay. Anyway, so once we actually have Japan and we continue, continue the quantity path, I think we have a very good matchup against Mongolia, especially if we enter a war in the time that they don't really see it coming. So, for instance, they are already fighting the Ming, then we can just swoop in and just fuck up. Okay, we can finally build training fields, which is actually something that has my priority above everything else. So let's just build those as soon as we can and start converting Musashi. Okay, Musashi. That's right over here. Put the army on Musashi. Okay. Let's see. And he is actually building a navy. Wow. Bloody hell. So perhaps we should not really split up our navy too much. So that's yeah, I really want to be here just to fuck over the trade routes a bit, like so. And perhaps it is interesting to note where they are building their ships as well, or wherever they are residing. Okay, let's just proceed as planned right here. So they are building the navy right over here, so we might as well just completely go this route. Okay. And we are, let's see, how much are we getting for spoils of war? Ooh, an additional 1.3 ducats per turn. That's a very good thing indeed. Okay, and perhaps we could even get more by blockading this complete thing whole. Let's see. Yes, we can. Excellent. Yeah, so we are recovering from manpower. That's a good thing. And we should continue building training fields. It's also a good thing. Okay, excellent. I mean, you know a war is going extremely well if, really, again, a war is going extremely well if you are making a huge profit, are just capable of complete domination of the enemy. You know, they cannot not really do anything, like they can't really they don't really have the initiative at all, and well, honestly. It's actually a nice thing to see that they are finally building a navy again. I mean, sure, it's a little bit annoying, but hey, this is something I really thought that was lacking quite a lot. So, the final thing before we end this little episode. So, the Cherry Blossom Festival. The season of the cherry blossoms is upon us. In every province in our domain, our people congregate at shrines and altars to pray, eat, and enjoy the beauty of the season. Paper lanterns cast a warm nightly glow over our Han, and as we go to enjoy the festivities. So, a proof of our good policies these last years, which will give us an omen. An omen is a good thing to come. Okay. Of good things to come. So get a lot of money or administrative power and prestige. Give me the power. So this is the end of this episode. I'd like to thank you for watching. As always, please leave a comment down below expressing your opinion about the series. Also, because the series is coming to an end, I'm gonna ask you to leave suggestions. I mean, should I continue with this series or should I don't know, play something else? With the planning I am looking at right now, I should be able to launch a second series, which will be, well, perhaps not really original, but hey, it will be the Mount and Blade Warband franchise yet again. They are coming with a second, what you call it, a sequel. There we go, a sequel. So Mount and Blade Warband 2. Which is very promising because, well, the only thing that really is, well, not to say annoying, but the only thing that people really want improved with Mount and Blade Warband is the graphics, animations, and so on and so on. So, and they are very much doing so. As far as I have seen, it looks very promising. But we'll be playing a mod of that one, or at least that is the plan. I forgot the name of the mod, but however, it is basically Mount and Blade Warband on steroids, which is very enjoyable for me and hopefully also for you. So, yet again, vote or leave a comment expressing your opinion about the series. And as always, have a good day and bye.